Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Garrett McCoy, and this is a story about my life. It's called From Joy to Hell to Purpose, and I will explain each of those topics throughout my video. The first one is joy. I was a high school student. I was 17 years old. I built up basically everything in my life to a good point of standards. I had A's and B's in my grades. I had a hell of a lot of friends. I had my football body. I was a pretty looking kid. I was pretty built, and I was planning on playing football in college. But then I'm actually one of the first humans in the world to have a collapsed artery, and the collapsed artery means there's a artery line that goes up right here and splits off to make blood surround your brain, basically. It's not focusing. Okay. And in my left side of my brain, I had a collapsed artery. It happened 2 to 5 years ago. So basically, it was a ticking time bomb in my brain. And so this is where the hell part comes into the situation. It was my junior year going into my senior year in the summertime. And I squatted. We did competitions in the weight room every Tuesdays and Fridays. And it was a Friday, and I squatted 135 as many times as I could do it. I squatted it 60 times, which is pretty impressive. But I squatted it 60 times, and then right after that, that's what created my bomb to explode in my head. It created an aneurysm, a brain aneurysm, to form. It formed and it popped open. My head was bleeding, or my brain was bleeding, and I was screaming and yelling, and I ended up throwing up. This is what my friends told me. I don't remember this at all, so I'll explain that later. But my friends told me that's what happened. I said my head hurt so bad I couldn't lift anymore. My friends would tell me to quit being a wuss and just keep lifting weights. And then my coach took me outside and he said, "Garrett, what's wrong? What's going on?" And I didn't reply to him. And then he looked at my friend Dexter and he said, "Garrett, who is this?" And I said, "The bird is in the nest." So obviously there's something wrong with me. He called my mom, called my dad. They didn't answer because they're at work. And they called my one of my good buddies' mom. She wasn't working. She was a nurse, actually. She came there, and she looked me in the eyes. She said, "I think he's having a stroke. We need to get him to the hospital or something." So they call an ambulance. Ambulance gets there, looks me in the eyes, and I wasn't responsive. So they said, "Okay, we need to life flight him out of here. We need to get him to the hospital fast." So they call in a helicopter to come pick me up in Linden, Kansas, and they flew me from there to St. Luke's Hospital in Kansas City. And which would have been really cool to remember the helicopter ride, but I didn't, because I'll explain it. I got to the hospital, and it took like 6 people to hold me down because I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on, but like I said, I was a big guy. I was happy. They couldn't, I was unstoppable, basically. Is what I think, anyway. But so I was sitting in the hospital bed for about a full month. Within that time frame, my brain kept swelling because of the blood. They needed to drain the blood, which is what happened as soon as I got there. They opened up the back of my head. They drained blood for a couple of days, and my brain itself was swelling higher, bigger and bigger, and it would eventually pop my skull open. So they needed to put me in an induced coma. And the induced coma I was in for about 3 days. And during that time, they had to put fluids in my body. Now, I weighed 230 pounds of basically pure muscle and a little bit of belly. I was a lineman. I mean, you gotta have a little bit of belly, But, so yeah, they put fluids in my body to help the brain swell back down. And I ended up weighing 270 pounds because of the fluids. And I was in the hospital for a full month, and both my kidneys were failing. They put me on dialysis, and I was just in a lot of pain. If they would move me from one bed to a different bed, I would cry a lot because it was so much pain for my brain just to move my body. I don't remember any of this because I was heavily induced with a bunch of medicine. That's why I don't remember any of it, which is why I consider it a miracle, because I don't remember any of the pain, really, except for my rehab. So I remember going to sleep that Thursday night, July 6th, and waking up at the end of the month of July. This was 2017. And I remember waking up at the end of the hospital. I was on this small gurney, like the gurney is like this big, my ass is, or my butt is this big. And I remember leaving the hospital thinking, like, what the heck just happened? I had no idea what happened. So I couldn't talk because they put a trach hole in there because I couldn't breathe during the time I was in the hospital. Like, I just couldn't breathe with a tube down my throat. So I video's not correct. There we go. So I couldn't talk, and I told the guys I had to pee on the way to Lincoln, I actually went to rehab in Lincoln, Nebraska, at this place called Madonna. So I was running in the ambulance there from Kansas City to Lincoln, Nebraska, and I was trying to tell the guy I had to pee, like I had to pee really bad. He didn't answer me because he didn't understand what I was saying, so I basically just had to pee my pants. I mean, that's what you have to do in times of crime, you know. So I ended up losing 100 pounds when I went to Madonna. For a solid week, I peed every hour for a solid week. So I ended up weighing 270 pounds, and I lost 100 pounds from peeing every hour for a solid week. So I ended up weighing 170 pounds. And I was supposed to be there for 3 months. I got out of there in 3 weeks. But the part of this video of the depression is I lost everything that I gained from middle school year to high school year. I gained so much muscle mass that, like, I was squatting 425 pounds my junior year in high school, and I could still squat a lot more. I knew I could. I felt like I could. And I was just so prepared to play football with my brothers, to play football in college, and that's when my depression really hit. It was because I lost everything. Just sitting in bed for a full month, lost all my muscle mass. But I didn't quit though. Like I said, I got out of there in 3 weeks. I was supposed to be there for 3 months. I had my beautiful, wonderful girlfriend to help me out. She was there basically every weekend helping me, telling me I have to get through this. You have to keep going. And I did. She was there for me. My friends and my community, they were really spot on. They were just like, dude, this guy has to survive. He's like one of the greatest guys out there. And it makes you think, like, why would God do this to someone like me, who's like, not to gloat myself, but I'm like one of the good guys to the community. Like, I help out people all the time. I help out church. I help out with community events and whatnot. Like, I help. I'm a good guy. And it's like, you think, why did God do this to somebody like me? And I realized, after a long time of depression, that He did this to me so He could show people that He's that powerful to take something happy like me away and then bring me back in their life just like that. Like I didn't ever leave. Another part of my depression was I dated a girl for almost 5 years. She was the best thing I ever had. Like, we've been friends ever since I was a little kid. And we dated for almost 5 years. And recently I've been to college now, and we decided to break up because we just didn't really like each other very much anymore. Well, she didn't really like me more so than I liked her. I gave her what she wanted. That's just the respectful thing to do. And this last couple months has been really hard because I miss her. Like, she's my best friend. She was my best friend. And like, I have a lot of friends here at college, and I'm a very social guy. I'm like a social butterfly, basically. And I can make friends easy, and it's really hard though, because she was my best friend. I told her everything about whatever happened throughout the day, every minute of every day. And without her being in my life, it's really created me to have huge depression. I would drink a lot, I would smoke a lot, and I would just have sex or just do stupid stuff with different women, and I wouldn't care. I just I had no purpose to do anything anymore because I lost the best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah, that's like basically the depression part of it. I mean, it was really hard because I thought myself many times, man, you have nothing left. You've lost your football career, you've lost your girlfriend, and you still have friends, but friends will come and go, obviously. I mean, they'll always be there for you, don't get me wrong, they're hell of good guys, but it just made me feel like I should just shoot myself, I should just kill myself, and get it over with. But I didn't. I have my own gun in my own room, and I thought, man, I should just kill myself. You know, it'd be easy. Just one click of a trigger, I'll be done. But that is the most selfish thing anybody could ever do, is kill themselves. And I prayed about it. I am Catholic, and I hear miracles all the time. Myself, and I am a miracle to this world because God has purpose for everybody. And for me, I think my purpose is just to be joyful and to everybody. Like, I came here to K-State Polytechnical School in Salina, did not know a single person here. And yet I am friends with everybody in my class because I'm social, because I'm nice to everybody, and it brings joy to my heart to see other people happy. And that's why I think my purpose really is in this earth. And yeah, like I said, people today will go through depression as if it means they have no life, they have no meaning in this world, which is a bunch of crap. I thought that for the longest time, for about 5 months now, and it's really stupid to think that way. Stuff happens, crap happens all the time to people, and you have to get over it. You have to find joy in yourself. Whenever I broke up with my girlfriend, people told me I need to find myself. Go out there, find yourself, and be happy. And I was like, there's no way I can find myself when I already found myself with my girlfriend. Like, I was happy. But you just have to find little things in life that make you happy. Like me, I play saxophone. I played saxophone for 9 years. Every time I play, I feel happiness in my heart because I'm that good. Like, I think I'm that good anyway. But you have to find things like that. You have to pray about it. I pray to God every day. I tell Him thank you so much for making me still be alive. Even though when I was in my depression stage, I didn't want to be alive. I still thanked Him because it's a hell of a story. It's more than a story. It's a miracle. It's just awesome. God put us on this earth for a reason. We all have our own purposes in life, and for me to share this video with you guys is to explain how I lost literally everything I've ever loved and cared about, and yet I'm still alive today. I'm still moving on. I'm still going to school. If you're going through depression, you have to pick yourself up. You have to keep moving forward, because if you don't, you're just going to fall down in Satan's hole of death, and you're never going to get back up. I was very close to just murdering myself every day, but I didn't, because life is beautiful, God is beautiful. God is a man of mystery. You never know what He's going to do. You never know what He's going to expect. And for Him to do something like that to me, really, you would think at first would be an evil thing. It's not. It's honestly a blessing for Him to show me His way to help me that way. I may have lost my football career. So what? I'll make a new career. I may have lost my beautiful girlfriend. So what? I'll get a new one. I will move on. I will get stronger from my mistakes because I have a purpose to help you people and to help myself. God is great. and life is amazing. Subscribe for more.